Good morning and afternoon, everyone. It is David Schlotthauer here in the home weather office for June the 18th, 2023 on this fantastic Sunday. In this update, we are going to be looking at the entire United States because some of you were wondering when I would be making my next U.S. weather forecast, and so here it is. We're going to be talking about how warm those temperatures are going to get for the deep south, and we're also going to be talking about some cold weather across the western half of the U.S. and other parts of the U.S. as well. Now, if you're new to the channel and you really like these detailed updates, please consider subscribing if you're new, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your family and friends on social media. So this is a look at the very latest European model for June the 18th, 2023 on this fantastic Sunday for the U.S. You can see there is going to be showers and thunderstorms that are anticipated if you are in portions of the Ozarks here. So showers, thunderstorms, some flood concerns as well. Just be aware of that for the afternoon hours. And also some pretty strong damaging winds that could exceed 65 miles an hour. Not only that, there are going to be shower chances up across Iowa as well as Missouri into Wisconsin. So also make sure you are prepared for that. Not only that, there is going to be a weather system. Yeah, bringing some rare late to early summer snowfall across portions of Oregon, Washington, the mountains there of the Cascades. Yeah, look at that. It's blue on your screen. That's snow falling in lower elevations in British Columbia and Alberta, Canada. This is going to continue by Monday morning, Monday afternoon. Yeah, look at that. There is snow falling. Yeah, I mean, come on. This is crazy weather, right? Snow falling in low elevations. Literally second to last day of spring, and then yeah, more snow continuing here, and then showers and thunderstorms going on across the southeastern U.S. for your Monday. So yeah, just be aware of that. Some inclement weather for the southeast, and then going all the way into Tuesday, all the way into Wednesday, we're looking at, again, that cutoff flow here, even at the surface, going to really be locking in a lot of that subtropical moisture across the southeast, like Georgia, the Carolinas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, even say Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Going to see quite a bit of rainfall over the next few days in that area, while much of the west here is going to be dry but cool for the rest of this week because of that weather system that's going to be in place. Maybe even some thunderstorms for the mountains, mainly for the northern mountains of California. By day 5, this is for Thursday, we can see showers, even some elevated storms in the high plains of, say, Texas into Colorado for the U.S. So for the Midwest there, you can see some storms. And then continuing that forecast all the way into, say, Saturday next week with these showers and thunderstorm chances continuing across the southeast and even across the eastern seaboard. So now we talked about how there's going to be rain chances across much of the U.S., right, depending on where you're at, including some of the low elevation snow across the Pacific Northwest. So that brings me to this. Temperatures are going to be a really big issue if you are in Texas, if you're in Oklahoma, if you are in Louisiana. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued excessive heat advisories and excessive heat warnings, well, more like heat advisories, but look at this. Lots of excessive heat warnings across central, southern, southeastern Texas, southern Louisiana. These temperatures could reach over 100 degrees, but with the heat index reaching over 115 degrees could really cause a lot of heat-related illnesses, heat stroke, heat exhaustion, heat fatigue. Please make sure you limit your outdoor activities before 10 in the morning or even 9 in the morning because it is going to be extremely hot today with that high humidity, going to make it even feel worse today than what it has been in the past. So really take the next few days, at least 3 to 4 days, quite seriously here with those temperatures that are going to be pretty dangerously hot. So going back to our temperature forecast, we can see we're going to look at the entire United States, and then we're going to be focusing much closer towards Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Oklahoma region. So yeah, cooler weather here across the Pacific Northwest. So if you want to escape the heat in Texas, go and fly back towards the northwest, because that's where you're going to find a lot of the nicer temperatures. Because look at the northern plains, temperatures in the 80s and even some low 90s and even some upper 80s to lower 90s across the Great Lakes region. But boy, this is where a lot of the heat is going to be. Yeah, we know it's going to be about 100 or so for Phoenix, Arizona, but that's actually below average for this time of the year, because usually you have average temperatures right around, say, 108, 109 degrees. Yeah, but for Texas, going to be pretty hot. For the southeastern U.S., going to see temperatures in the 90s today. Let's go forward here, because temperatures are going to even get hotter tomorrow. 105 to 115 degrees in Texas tomorrow, especially for McAllen, Fort Stockton. Might see temperatures reaching over 115 degrees for the day tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 90s in the Dakotas. That's really, really, really hot for this time of the year. So some very serious heat building across the Midwest, but especially the deep south. Look at that. Even Quebec and Ontario, Canada, temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s during the day, where it's going to be much cooler than average across, say, Oregon, Washington. Just to put this into perspective, the average high this time of the year in the Sacramento Valley is 94 degrees. Our daytime high tomorrow will be just in the low to mid 70s. So we're going to be way below average. I know 78, 79 might seem warm, but that is actually well below average for this time of the year. That continues all the way through Monday, and then look at this. For Tuesday, even hotter for Texas. Temperatures maybe breaching 118 degrees during the day. That is extremely dangerous. Do not be outside in this, folks, after about 9 in the morning, because temperatures will be extremely dangerous. In the 90s across much of the Midwest and the Northern Plains, maybe even some triple digits up here in Fargo. That's really far north to see temperatures that hot. I mean, pretty ridiculous. For Tuesday, for Wednesday here, still quite hot up here across the Midwest, and even for Texas, still 119 degrees. Are you kidding me? For southwesternmost Texas, like Fort Stockton, that is extremely dangerous for this time of the year, and temperatures should really cool off by the time we go into Thursday, and even by Friday should even be cooler. Barely reaching the century mark there in portions of Texas, but still pretty warm up here. Temperatures in the 90s, possibly upper 90s for this time of the year in Iowa, Wisconsin. If you're in Illinois, very hot temperatures anticipated. And then we'll go through the weekend here, seeing temperatures rebuilding yet again across portions of Texas. You just can't get a break from these hot temperatures. So let's take a closer look at exactly the numbers for your location. And then we're really going to drill deeper city by city on exactly how warm it's going to get for your exact location. That's the whole point of this video, folks, is giving you out the best forecast detailed possible. So temperatures today going to be warm. Yeah, we know temperatures down here for the southern portion of Texas, the southeastern, southwestern Texas region. About 100 to 105 degrees, maybe 108 in some of the hottest spots. But it's going to be tomorrow when that heat really builds. Yeah, look at these temperatures for tomorrow afternoon. 107, 108 degrees, maybe 110 right here. Look at this down here. 112, 114 degrees. Yeah, there's a plot up here, 116 degrees. That's very dangerous. It's only going to get hotter. Let's go forward. And speaking of that, overnight lows in the 80s. Yeah, you're not going to cool down very much at all. So, yeah, you're going to really have to use a whole house AC. And yes, this heat wave is so significant, there could be numerous blackouts because a lot of people are using their AC. It puts a lot of strain on the power grid. So just keep that in mind, that you might have your power might go out the next few days because of how hot it's going to be. By the time we go into Tuesday, temperatures here, again, possibly 118 degrees, especially down here in near the Del Rio, Texas, McAllen, Texas, very hot. In central Texas, like Lubbock, Texas, Abilene, Texas, 110, 115 plus degrees. All right, even Louisiana, temperatures there in the 90s to possibly 100 with the heat index. You do not want to see the heat index, but I'm going to show you all that because for the sake of it, it's going to be hot still on Wednesday there for Texas. And then look at this. Cooling down, it looks like, for Thursday and Friday, but then the heat could rebuild in some areas by the time we go into the weekend again into early next week on June the 26th. So really quickly, I did want to show you all, let's go to this. Yep, that's what we want to show you, is our actual consistency among the European model on how hot is it going to get. So these are cities. Your city is listed up here in blue, and this is the model consistency. So if we go down, this is our current forecast. So on the lowest, that's our current, and we can look at past model data of how this has all evolved, this heat wave. A lot of the models have kind of backed down on the temperatures in Austin, looking at about 102 to 108 degrees, but still nevertheless dangerously hot. That's going to lead to heat-related illnesses, heat exhaustion. Temperatures come below the century mark by the time we go into Thursday, but barely. I mean, 96 to 99 degrees. I don't know if you call that much cooler or what, because the overnight lows here going to still be in the upper 70s to lower 80s, so pretty uncomfortable for this time of the year. If you are in, say, Fort Stockton, look at these temperatures. Yeah, 107 for tomorrow. This is what we're looking at. Then 108 degrees on Wednesday, 112 on Thursday, 101 on Friday, and then look at this. Possibly 114 degrees in Fort Stockton, maybe. There's been some model consistency on this yet again for Sunday into Monday. Very, very dangerous, folks. This is to be taken quite seriously if you are in the Fort Stockton area. And then, of course, a lot better if you're in Houston. Temperatures in the century mark or right around there all the way through Thursday. Temperatures dropping into the upper 80s to mid 90s beyond that. But with the humidity getting involved, with overnight lows in the 80s, not going to feel all that relief, okay? And then for Corpus Christi, temperatures at night in the low to mid 80s, but or daytime highs in the low to mid 90s. So I guess a little bit better for the daytime highs, but still not really healthy to do anything outdoors. So really quickly, let's go to now your apparent air temperature forecast, because this is really important, okay? What the temperature is going to feel like outside to your human body, right? So for today, it might feel like 112 degrees in southern Texas. Let's go all the way into Monday. Yeah, I mean, it might feel like 117 degrees in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. This is what's going to cause a lot of heat-related illnesses, heat stroke, heat exhaustion. This is to be taken seriously, folks, just because it doesn't actually hit about maybe 104, 105 degrees. With the high dew points, let's go to that really quickly. Your dew points are going to be in the 80s. So your relative humidity here, you're going to have humidity values between 60 to 75%. That's going to really make the air feel extremely hot, okay? And then this continues all the way through the day on Tuesday, where it might feel like 117, 120 plus in some areas. Yeah, that's very dangerous. And then look at this. Might feel like 120 degrees right along the coast here of Texas, near Corpus Christi and Houston, because your dew points there are in the upper 70s to lower 80s. So extremely dangerous temperatures, folks, you don't want to mess with. And then maybe some relief coming in sight by Thursday, but not much at all. And then temperatures could rebuild by the weekend. So here's a look at your temperature anomaly forecast. I wanted to show you all this. Really extreme weather pattern, I have to say. Temperatures well above average in Hudson Bay, in southern Canada there, anywhere between, say, 20 to almost 30 degrees above average. Temperatures anywhere between 15 to 20 degrees above average in Texas. Look at this. For the West, been very spoiled this year so far. Temperatures anywhere between 15 to 30 degrees below average. For this time, actually, no, not 30, 25 degrees below average. Yeah, that blue there really illustrates well below average temperatures for this time of the year. And if we look at our daily temperature anomalies, I mean, yeah, that is very significant for Tuesday and Wednesday. Actually, for portions of California, you might have temperatures 35 degrees below average for mid-June standards. I mean, it's summertime technically, and it's not going to feel like summertime. And more cooler weather continues all the way through the weekend. So really not much warming expected for the west, with temperatures that are going to be well above average for Texas standards for the next several days. The reason why is we have this ridge that's going to build up. Look at how strong this ridge is in place across the Midwest, and that's going to really lead to some of these warmer temperatures. I mean, that these heights up here are very far above average. 591 decameters over the Great Lakes here of Wisconsin, above average heights over Texas. And you can see where our jet stream is. It's going all the way up to the north here, wrapping all the way around. This is a very strong Rex block, omega blocking pattern that is in place. And this is going to continue to be the theme going forward. Maybe some pattern changes coming as this ridge will finally retrograde further west and impact California, bringing more descending flow across the Midwest, bringing hopefully some relief with those temperatures. Well, that's going to sum it up for today's U.S. weather forecast. Please stay cool, everyone, inside the house with the AC blasting if you're in Texas. Please consider subscribing if you found this video very, very helpful. Almost there to 7,000. So I want to thank you all for watching my latest few videos. We're going to be looking at the tropics this afternoon. Yes, today is a double upload on this channel. So if you want to get updates, share, like, and subscribe, and enable all notifications for the YouTube channel. As always, I'll be back with you this afternoon with an update on Invest 92L.